Hello there, this is going to be a gameplay review of Danjo. He is currently Eternus 5, which just puts him at the top 25 players NA, and is currently the highest ranked Vindicta main, I believe. My name is Deadly, I'm currently Ascendant 6, and wanted to do this review after speaking to him about his super unique build and trying it out over the past week. So I asked him for a good VOD showcasing the build, and this is what he sent over, and this is my first time watching this. Okay, so you can see that he did swap lanes. He was in the solo lane, he swapped to go into the duo lane. I prefer playing Vindicta like much more in the duo lane. I think one, there's a lot more kill potential because you can set up, you know, kills with her bind or stake, as well as flying to finish off some kills, as well as you also have the opportunity to sort of gank these side lanes, right? Much easier than the solo lane. You kind of only have the opportunity to go over to hit the duo lane, but at that point it's also really obvious when you leave because you're in a solo lane, right? Versus when you're in the duo lane, maybe you push some of them back, you can sneak over across the middle ground and have a higher chance of sneaking away without being noticed.
Let them try to escape.
So Vindicta Abrams is really pretty solid lane here for them. You can see we've pushed him back already. So he tried to go for the crow bounce onto him, but unfortunately there's all the creeps were alive, so he didn't hit it. So you can see what they're doing here is they're pushing the creeps super hard into the tower, and that means like they can fully contest each single creep for the deny, because they've already captured all of their own CS.
Got one of those for the missus.
He backs off and buys headshot booster and hollow point ward, so he's gonna have like insane poke right now. So securing the CS super hard, landing a crow onto cat girl, misses the buy, no big deal. But you can see the poke damage, right? He just hit like 67 one single shot onto the pocket. Very depressed when that happens. Looks like Abrams backed up a bit. Going to buy now.
Come back if you need.
Okay. Extra stamina is always a good item to get here. Allows you to play a little bit more aggressive and then get out if you want. You can see like he's really not letting them get any CS for free. He's trying to contest every single deny if he can. Also, one thing, if Pocket ever does that against Vindicta in lane, it's a really good chance, one, to hit a crow, and two, to hit just a ton of headshots because he's floating in space. So you can get a ton of poke on him. And if you're Pocket playing against Vindicta, be very careful of you being completely still. But he's gonna go for the bind here. Yeah, this is gonna do a ton of damage, possibly kill him. Oh, it looks like, oh, I feel like the Abrams could have potentially played aggressive there because he does have full HP. But one kill is good enough. See, look how much he just did, like 200 damage to the pocket because he's just floating in air at the same like height.
The birds will deal with them.
So he's at 1250. He can't buy a 1200 item, but he can buy two 500 sprint boots and the extra charge. He's about to get his ult, so it makes sense to get the extra charge here. The Ivy used healing right. He's back to full HP. Now they're just trying to confirm all the CS. Has snipe, and Abrams is in the tunnels for whatever reason. Look, there's just another 200 damage on the Ivy right there with the headshot booster and the poke from headshot booster and hollow point ward is a ton of damage. Now, one thing that we might see him potentially start using the snipe on the Guardian, because it's if they want to rush to try and finish it.
This is just the beginning.
Yeah, so he's totally just trying to get him under half health. So even if Snipe early game is not going to one-shot them, like right at half HP, but he can harass them out. Oh, almost got him. Yeah, see, that's what... Before you get sniped to level 2, it's really hard to... with that extra 140 bonus damage, it is pretty hard to finish a kill. Looks like their creeps totally just destroyed the Guardian even without them focusing it. All right, so let's go see. Is he going to go for his decay? No. And so this is what's really different about his build, I think, than a lot of the other Crow builds, is he goes decay first item. But if you take a look at decay, it actually does have insane stats, mainly the spirit power, right? You get +8 and default, and then you get +7. It is actually the most spirit power from a 1250 item. So you get that huge buff, and then obviously you have the active item, which reduces healing and deals damage over time. So purely from a stat perspective, it buffs all of her abilities, and then if you get it off on somebody, it's just going to do some solid damage to get them under half HP while you're obviously shooting them as well, and stop any healing items and stuff. So it makes sense, but the only downside, right, is early game, the range is about 20 meters, so it's not great. I'll probably go try and cast it on the Ivy here. I'm not sure. Looks like it sounds like Mirage is TPing in. It's gonna back up. But one thing to note too is the decay cast range does scale with spirit. So as the game goes on, he's gonna be able to cast it from farther away. So he is looking for the gank here. Now that everyone's in his lane. Oh, almost got the kill in the pocket there. I think I'm gonna actually just change this so we can only see his map. That's better. Have a little bit better kind of perspective on what's going on. He's gonna try and get the CS here, but he's probably not gonna be able to stop this push. See, he was trying to cast the decay there, but he's just a little far away. Oh, he also did grab the healing right, which honestly, even if you... Oh, let's see if he was able to dodge the tornado here. Oh, he casted the decay. Oh, that guy's dead. That guy's goner. He's just watch out for the Ivy though. Oh, he confirmed that kill. Shout out to the team there. Nice snipe for sure on the Mirage, and then gets that kill there as well. So it's only he's got it at level 2 here, so he doesn't get the extra bonus gold, but definitely got an extra couple hundred, I think 500 there from the 2 kills, which is super nice. And then he goes straight into the Alkfire. I do want to comment on the healing right. So you don't necessarily need... Healing right can be really good even if you're not losing the lane. So they dominated their lane, they took the Guardian, but healing right is super good because you can just, like, for example, after a team fight, he wanted to go back and heal and get an item, but say for example you didn't want to go back, you can just pop healing right. You got a good opportunity to stay in lane. So the decay is on him now, and this is not looking good for homie here. Once again, Snipe's not going to completely kill him, but he's dead. It was a really... You can see the power of the decay there. And now back to sort of the alchemical fire. I'll pull that up on the screen. After speaking with him, Alkfire is a super good item. Sorry, he's being super active right now. Let's just go ahead and see how this happens, then I'll talk about Alkfire. Missed a snipe, but he's so dead anyway. He finishes with the crow. Nice. Okay. So super active early game, and this is the... I'll go back to what I was saying. This is the benefit of having Vindicta in one of the center lanes in the duo lane, because you can just get active on both sides. And that's also where the sprint boots come in. So now he's gone ahead and bought the Soul Shredder bullets. So we have Alkfire and Soul Shredder bullets. He's going to be shredding right now with some weapon damage as well as his spirit. After talking to him about alchemical fire, I used alchemical fire a ton in my early Vindicta play, but haven't been using it as much. Let's see if he drops it. I think he forgot he bought it. Happens. He's like, oh yeah, wait, I still have this. Happens to the best of us, right? Literally the best of us. But alchemical fire has a lot of different applications. Not only does it do a ton of damage against people with a 50% weapon damage that applies to them even after they get out of it, right? For the 5-second duration. It's also really helps you farm if you want to take out some jungle camps. Just in your spare time, right? As well as clearing out lanes of creeps. It's definitely one of the best items on Vindicta in my opinion. Like I said, I bought it early on. And as I've been playing primarily in my gun build, which I have a guide for that as well. I'll link that in the description. I haven't really found a spot to put it in, but it is a super solid item and I don't think you can ever really go wrong getting it.
I see Kelvin.
You also see that he did pick up the Mystic Vulnerability. Just increases the spirit damage overall. And we'll see him probably build this into escalating exposure late game. So there he is farming. This is a good tech for you guys that are newer on Vindicta. Don't be afraid to use your snipe on farming creeps like that. It's back super fast. I think that each cooldown right now for him is 30 seconds. And yeah, you can totally wipe out some of the big creeps with it. Helps you farm super fast. So you can see you drop the decay on him, and that guy is definitely going home now. He's not happy about that.
I see Lash.
You know, I was talking a bit about how decay is a little bit hard to hit sometimes, but against Kelvin, it actually seems really nice because generally, right? He's going to be flying in the air. And so it's really easy for you to also hit it while he's flying around next to you. You can see him kind of trying to mind his positioning here at the back of the fight. So he does have Crow maxed. So he maxes Crow. He gets 2 points in Assassinate, maxes Crow. And he's got 1 point in Flight and 1 point in Stake. So you're going to see him play like pretty, not necessarily super passive, but like kind of in the back of the fights and trying to land Crow on everybody. He did just pick up an Enchanter's Barrier as well, which is just a solid item on Vindicta. You can see you get the plus 20 spirit power while shielded and some nice cooldown reduction as well. So if we take a look at the map here, you can see the fight happening, and this is a really big macro play. From Danjo here. You're gonna see this Spirit Walker. It's almost 14 minutes. So with the latest patch, the Walker resistances are at their lowest at this point. And you can see him pay attention to what's going on the map and then find that opportunity to take that Walker. You can see the soul lead is definitely going in the favor of them now. Now he's gonna move with his team to try and help fight.
They delivered the urn.
Throwing stake. Knock them.
Did slightly miss his abilities there, so we're gonna see him back up. Does he die here? Oh, it's gonna be tough. He cast the decay, so hopefully they can confirm the kill on that. Let's go ahead and just watch. He's decayed. Not a whole lot there. All right, looks like his team's gonna back up. Paradox farming some creeps here. Bebop's backing up. Haze, classic Haze gameplay right here. And Infernus is also running around farming, which is good. They should. Souls are evened up right now. And we do see him pick up Burst Fire. Now, Burst Fire is super good DPS on Vindicta as well. Because you have to look at, one, the fire rate, which is base 12% plus 30% fire rate. So when it's procced, it's 42%. And then there's a base 14% weapon damage. Some slow resist, slide distance is cool, a little bit of bonus health. But the thing to note, right, is with flight, he's doing 20 spirit damage a bullet. So not only is the fire rate buffing the regular gun damage, but you're doing more spirit damage from each of the bullets in flight. And so that's why you'll see this item on almost most Vindicta builds nowadays, because just the spirit damage is insane from burst fire.
I see Ivy.
Go out there and impose your will.
And then he also just grabbed duration extender as well. I would like to point out too just how nuts the stats are on this item. Wait, what did Bebop just hook? He hooked someone with the urn. Okay, we'll just stop this here. Definitely a little sus landing in front of that building. I would have been scared. He's looking for a crow here, you can tell. Or snipe. Oh, he got juked out. Oh no, the creep stole the crow. Now he doesn't have any snipes left. That's tragic. Okay, now that things are slowing down a second, I do want to point out the stats on duration extender are really solid. And then it buffs pretty much all of our abilities. You can see the tether duration is buffed a bit, flight duration is buffed, pro duration on the enemy is buffed. Once again, you can see he takes advantage of the fact that his team is fighting over the urn, and then he takes a walker. So this is really good macro play, and then he can float over. A lot of time when they're pushing urn, they're going to be on that building on the high ground. So they grab the urn, it's huge, almost kills the wraith there. Good stuff all around.
Thank you.
One thing he does that's pretty controversial is he doesn't max his ult pretty much in the early game. Like for me, right, I like to go 1 point in everything and max ult, just so then I can roam and get super active and hopefully snowball off of that. The way he plays, and I spoke to him a bit about it, is, you know, he does like to play active, and he's played active this game, but a lot of times, like, what he does is he really tries to just farm objectives and farm super hard with alchemical fire rather than going for super early kills.
They're not catching me.
They can see that they did get knocked down for him. It'll be interesting to see how he navigates that through the rest of the game here. Got about 8k soul lead. He's gonna steal the creeps over here. Is he gonna go in the basement? I'd be scared, but he does have alch fire. Yeah, there's nobody showing on the map, right? So that's why he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna go and try and steal this camp, because there's nobody showing on the map. It means that they're backed up, potentially looking for places to farm. And yeah, you can see the wraith goes right there. It'll be interesting to see if this does disappear here. He just goes to farm some stuff on his side of the map. Huge +3 spirit power from the statue. And that's also why I wanted to make sure to put it on this targets only, so we can get a better insight on kind of the decision making that he's going through. And why you can see, yeah, now the creeps did disappear. I think as the better you get at the game, it's just really, obviously your mechanics, but your ability to read the map and make your play off of that. So you see he was able to take 2 walkers because of the way that he read the map and the way the teams were sort of bundling around the map. He did not buy anything for this fight, which is sad, but he got all of his stuff off on the Mirage, the decay and everything. Ooh. See you, Lash. It's definitely not looking good for them here. The blue team. He grabbed the loot there. And let's see, he's probably going to build escalating exposure and maybe a 1250 item. Nice. So he built escalating exposure. I would go break stuff. Oh, looks like they're going to take mid. Sure, he's going to help out with mid here. You have a limited amount of time, right? It's only 20 minutes in. So they have a limited amount of time to get this clean, the clean kill on the mid boss. So it's definitely good that he went and helped.
Stick around.
He tried to preemptively stake someone over there and grabs that. I bet he'll go grab a 1250 item real quick. Probably cooldown or improve cooldown or something.
Stay safe.
Oh, he does. The Spirit Lifesteal. Yes. He doesn't have Spirit Lifesteal yet. And right now, he just got a huge power spike on the Crow with escalating exposure. And so he lands this on a couple people, even one person, but it's probably going to land on a couple. The Spirit Lifesteal is going to be pumping out a ton of heals, just a lot of sustain throughout the fight. And this is about the time that you do want to get this, right? You don't want to be buying Spirit Lifesteal early in the game because it's not going to be doing a whole lot for you. Like now that, you know, the Crow is level 5 and he's got the escalating exposure, it's actually going to be super valuable. And otherwise, earlier in the game, 1250 items like Soul Shredder bullets, or decay or duration extender are just more value. Actually, see how much damage the alchemical fire is kind of doing to the Guardians. Oh, he got him staked. That's why he fell back. He did get afflicted.
Taking flight.
See him try and well, that guy's dead. Oh my gosh, nice snipes. And he lands the Crow on the Mirage in base. He's not gonna be able to contest. That's so depressing. You can see like look at the HP taking up now in the Spirit Lifesteal. He's back to full HP. Oh, so they did get the swap. Nice swap. Nice snipe. For the snipe. You see that the enemy team staggering here is really bad. They could have had like a solid, you know, 5v5, 5v6 or 6v6. Oh, he did get thrown in the base. Oh, that's sus. Oh, are they gonna be able to finish? Huge lash ult. See what's happening right here. Oh my god. What it's like a photo finish right there. I think they were gonna win either way, but yeah, super solid game overall. When I did speak to him about it, like I wanted a faster game for this. Obviously I didn't want to spend like a 30 or 45 minute match reviewing, so we didn't see like a ton of Crow damage. We can go ahead and look at the damage dealt by type, and you see like the Crow did not do a whole lot of damage right now, but it's because it ended early. But because he just got escalating exposure and everything, now what he would probably be doing if the game went longer is he'll continue playing passive. He'll be going into things like Healbane and would basically be trying to land Crow before every single fight and just basically disrupting their entire team, which actually just does so much psychological damage, and you just get a ton of value out of Crow late game. Okay, so that was the review of the #1 Vindicta. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and we'll see you in the next one.